To say that things have changed dramatically since the first telegraph in 1844 is an understatement. Yet how many realize that the telegraph was as revolutionary to culture as the printing press?
Well, the telegraph was truly a milestone in human communications. It was really the start of virtuality. We think of the internet as allowing us to communicate in this great cyberspace world, facelessly and thinly, and yet the telegraph, for the first time, the telegraph allowed human beings to connect across distance instantaneously, simultaneously. So although there were only two people or a bunch of telegraph operators along the line, it gave people this extraordinarily new power. And in fact, the telegraph operators of the time, who were both men and women, were flirting and chatting. They were playing checkers virtually, and their bosses had to keep a close eye on them because they were so taken with this new experience of getting together. There's a wonderful book called Wired Love, an 1890 novel. In it, two telegraph operators fall in love virtually, and when they get together, they're tongue-tied until he strings a wire across two rooms of a boarding house, and finally he proposes in Morse code. So bingo, we had virtuality more than 100 years ago. The importance of that is that these changes in our life have been building for a very long time. All that we're struggling with didn't come in with the BlackBerry or the iPod. So we need to look deeply back in history to understand what we're wrestling with.
Until the invention of the telegraph, it was not possible to communicate any information beyond earshot or eyesight simultaneously. Or as Marshall McLuhan stated, it was not until the advent of the telegraph that messages could travel faster than a messenger. The telegraph paved the trail for telephones, radio, television, and the internet. It created a new era of simultaneous living. No doubt things have been changing fast. Who would have imagined that the family in the 50s who stopped in front of the department store window to admire the new display of TVs would give rise to a society with more TVs than children per household? In fact, there are now more TVs than there are people per household.